V103, The Shy's home for R&B and throwbacks. I'm Bionce Foxx, and I am joined by this dude is so cool. PH Morton, I love you.
I love you too.
You're
Beyonce.
always so humble, dude. Every time I interview you, I did a fireside chat with you like a couple years back.
Yes.
You're just so humble.
Watch the sun. Yeah, that was a good time.
To have 6 Grammys, y'all. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6.
Crazy.
6 Grammy Award winner. Wow. Singer, songwriter, producer. And you don't just stick with one genre. Pop, rock, R&B, gospel, soul. You do it all.
Yeah.
It's PJ Morton.
Yes,
Welcome to the Beyonce
Thank you.
Foxx
Thank
Experience.
you. Great to be back with you. Always good to talk to you.
Yes, thank you so much. 11 solo studio albums, a ton of live albums. You're just the man, so creative and so immensely talented, and I love that about you. You have a couple of gospel albums. Before we get into this new album, you have a couple of gospel albums, and you've collaborated with so many greats like Yolanda, Kirk, Mary, the Clark sisters. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that. And then you had another gospel album. So you're not new to this gospel thing. And of course, if you don't know, he is the son of the Honorable Bishop Paul Morton.
Yes.
So you know about gospel.
Yeah, of course.
You know about religion and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this new album. It's titled Saturday Night.
Yes.
Sunday Morning.
That's right.
Ooh,
That's
that
right.
title got me, boy. Right away, I was like, okay,
that's all the world.
See what PJ is up to this time.
Yeah. I wanted to kind of bring it full circle. Like you said, I'm very familiar with gospel. I mean, I got my start in gospel music as a songwriter. I mean, Let Go, Let God, I wrote, in my early 20s, you know what I'm saying? Like way back over and over for Trinity 5-7. And like you said, my Gospel According to album, which I was a late bloomer as a gospel artist, you know what I'm saying? But I put that album out during the pandemic, during 2020. It was a special time. I thought like, if I was ever to release a gospel album, now's the time. And then Heart of Mine, which just won Best Gospel Album at the Grammys this year, was like, for me, a departure. Darryl Walls of the Walls Group, of course, amazing, such an amazing vocalist. I wanted to step away from me and focus on somebody else, and we did his album. And but, I've been doing my R&B soul albums all these years, and it's like, why do I have to pick and choose when to do one, when to do the other? I'm stepping in and out. Of course, Maroon 5 is still going strong. I'm still doing all of that stuff. So I said, man, let me put my whole world right here. Why don't I try a double album where it's an R&B soul album Saturday night and a gospel album Sunday morning? So here it is,
Love it.
Yeah.
So why are you merging the two, though? I mean, we know you've done gospel. We know you've done R&B. Why, at this point, are you merging the two genres, if you will? You're putting two worlds together in one instead of just dropping 2 separate albums.
Yeah.
You could have easily put them both out at the same time, but you're putting them all on one.
That's right.
18 tracks.
And we are releasing them separately, like I say, for the heathens who don't want the gospel who don't want the gospel album. We putting Saturday Night out by itself. And for the saints, who don't want the R&B music, they can get Sunday morning. But in its true form, it's a double album. And for me, it's because I wanted it to be all represented in one place. I didn't want there to be a departure. I've always been made to choose, one or the other, at least one at a time, because I maybe because of my upbringing and even in my R&B music, there's been a standard there. There's certain places I won't go. There's certain things I won't say. So I think even the people outside of gospel, in gospel music still felt like, well, his R&B music is still, it still just represents love, and godly love. Love is biblical. It's like relationships are biblical. These people fell in love and got married in the Bible too. We can write songs about it. And so I just wanted to, for a young artist out there like me who's looking at this album, to say, you know what, I can be my full self. Like I don't have to pick and choose when to show one part of myself. Because if I'm being totally honest, whether I'm writing Say So, or I'm writing Let Go, Let God, I'm the same PJ, And if we're being honest about ourselves, we are complete people who don't just walk around. Even if you're a believer, you don't walk around talking about God all day.
No.
You know, and so that's just not realistic. So I wanted to kind of show that in the music, you know, who we
And
really are.
I can really attest to that because my first job in radio was in gospel.
Wow.
And then a year later, I moved into secular music. So I'm playing R&B, used to play hip hop, all of that.
Yeah.
And I can really attest to what you just said because I'm a born again Christian.
Yeah.
Believe in the Lord. Grew up in a Christian faith-based home.
Yeah.
And I am blessed enough to have bosses that allow me to still talk about the goodness of the Lord on this secular station.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a blessing because not everybody can really do that. You
No,
know,
it's
people
true.
don't call and say, why is she talking about God all the time?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I
It's
think
welcome.
It's just you being your true self. I think when
Exactly.
people are their authentic selves, I mean, you can't argue with authenticity, you know. And so I think that I mean, you get it. You get exactly what I'm saying. That complete experience of like who we are as people. And for me, you know, even being able to release this on Juneteenth and in June, you know, Black Music Month, I feel like it's been our Black experience for a long time where our people have a hard week of work hard, like we always have. They use that Saturday night to release, you know, and get that week off of them. And then you use that Sunday to recharge and get ready for that week again. So, you know, Saturday night, Sunday morning is the full Black experience.
Yes, indeed. I can't wait to hear the whole album. You also have a book by the same title, Saturday Night, Sunday Morning. Now, do the stories in the book, do they coincide with the album?
No, I've always
Totally
had Saturday
different?
Night, Sunday Morning just as kind of like a name that represents me, you know, the dichotomy. I mean, it started with a documentary for me, a title for a doc. And the book came, but when I did the book, I had no idea that I was doing the album. So the book is basically just a memoir of my life and everything I've gone through. Which kind of is represented in Saturday Night and Sunday Morning. Like I said, you know, being in Maroon 5, being signed to Lil Wayne at one time, you know, being a preacher's kid, all of these different worlds. So the memoir is just my story. These are just you know, great gospel songs with messages and love songs and life songs on the R&B Soul album.
So what is your favorite song on Saturday night? And what is your favorite song on Sunday morning? I know they're all your favorite.
Jeez.
They're your songs. So you're going to love them
yeah, that's
all
my
equally.
babies. Yeah, what you want me? You trying to get them mad at me, man.
Gotta be one that sticks out, man. I always
Right now,
ask
I'll
that.
say Sell My Soul on Saturday night. Yeah, it's called Sell My Soul. And it's actually saying that I'll never, you know, no matter how hard you try, you can't have control. This I promise you, I'll never sell my soul. So that's a cool one, and it's groovy. It sounds deep, but it's a vibe. And on Sunday morning, whoa, that's I mean, Mercy's out right now, but Mercy's still up there for me. It's it's got a bounce to it, and the message is there. So yeah, I say Mercy.
I got a nice sneak peek of that one.
Yes.
So growing up as a preacher's kid, me too, becoming a 6-time Grammy winner, how do you maintain your faith, success, and purpose? I mean, you've talked about how you don't change who you are in your music, but how do you maintain that? Because, I mean, you're on all kinds of circuits, pop rock, secular, gospel, like, there's got to be some temptations and some this and some that along the way. How do you maintain?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you even got to go outside of church for temptation a lot of times, if we're being honest. But for me, it's staying rooted. You know, it's staying rooted, keeping family around me, keeping friends around me. I mean, even my drummer is. We had a band since I was 12 years old. Like, there's a real family around. A lot of times when you see people start to get rid of everybody who they once knew, you know, it's because they're changing and they need these people to be able to handle that. But for me, I have family around me, people who have been around me for so many years. I think, you know, that keeps me rooted, you know, and understanding like what the source is. I never got too confused on why I was here or like, you know, the success. I started so young too, so I think the success I was doing it for the love, and you know, it was like money involved sometimes. When I got my first check as a songwriter, I didn't even know I was gonna get a check. I'm just like, oh wait, I can do this and
get paid.
I was like, oh my God, why would I ever do anything else? So for me, it just was, I never got into it and say, oh, I'm here now. So,
Right.
because I did build it too, in a way, and that keeps me grounded. I was just telling somebody the other night that I'm not too far off. I was at the House of Blues. I'm not too far off from them small, like I remember not being able to sell out those small rooms and all of that, and that's even connected to my faith, because it's like, I know that it's not my own doing that I'm here. Because I remember just not too long ago where I was grinding and driving my van and, getting to it. So, all of that stuff around me, I think keeps me rooted and grounded and keeps my faith intact.
And the songs on the album, of course, as a writer, you write from the heart. Are these songs written from the heart? Are they written from past experiences, present experiences?
Yeah, I think it was two different processes for me with the gospel and the R&B album. I think the gospel album, this is the first time, like you mentioned, A Gospel According To had Yolanda Adams, the Clark Sisters, Commission, Jay Moss, Tasha Cobbs.
Heavy.
Yeah, everybody was on this project, and for me, I was still hiding behind the writer and the producer. I sang a little bit of Let Go, but I'm like, I'm not a gospel artist. I'm not singing. I'm producing. These are my songs. But this time is the first time I'm singing all the records and wrote them for me to sing them. And I think that's just been a totally different experience. So for me, it was like writing the records that I wanted to hear, that I'm not hearing right now in gospel music, and just filling a space. And for me, R&B music, I made so many albums that it was like, okay, now what do I say new? I've said so much. And so that was for me trying to find subject matter and talked about things that I haven't quite talked about, some grooves I haven't quite done before. So different processes on each side.
Dope.
Yeah.
And when listeners listen to the album, again, I can't wait. I thought I was going to get a preview album, but that didn't happen.
Well, no, we got one for you. We got one for you.
Because I need to hear the whole thing. I need to hear it all.
Yeah.
When they listen, what are they going to learn about PJ Morton, the man, not the artist?
Yeah. Well, for me, I've always been the type of songwriter where you don't really know where I'm talking about my life and weaving others in. I've always been like a people watcher, for lack of better words, where it's like I'm putting my life in it because I need to feel it, but I want to use other people's stories so they can relate to it too. So it's always a little combination. I don't know if I'm going to tell you, Beyonce, when it's me and when it's not. But for the gospel thing, I think gospel music at its core inspires, it inspires, it convicts. So for me, the gospel album was really just going back to those messages. It's going back to those things that we grew up with. Like in Mercy, I say, I almost lost my life, but you made old death behave. You know what I'm saying? We feel something in our shoulder when you know what I'm saying, when you say stuff like that, because that brings you back down to knowing how faithful God is and why we're here. So I know I keep going back and forth, but they really were two different mindsets, because when I was writing, I thought that I was gonna write a gospel song to this day, and then I'm gonna write R&B one, and it didn't work that way. So I started to write, and even when I would try to write an R&B song, it would start to turn into a gospel song. I'm like, okay. So then I eventually just finished the gospel album and put that to bed, so I didn't have to feel like. And then I started on the R&B album. So it really was like two sides of my brain in a way,
Interesting. Man, I am so happy for you, and I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
Playing. I'm in like 20 other markets cross country, and we are rolling mutual,
Oh,
baby.
thank you. No, I appreciate
such a good
y'all for
song.
sure. Thank
Again,
you.
such an immense talent. I've always rocked with you, sir, and I will continue to do so because you put out great music that touches my heart.
Thank
it
you.
resonates with me, no matter what it is, pop, rock, whatever genre. I'm rocking with you hard. So make sure you get the album. PJ Morton's new album, Saturday night, Sunday morning, is available on Juneteenth.
That's
Can't
right.
forget that date, Juneteenth. So check that out. How can we get in touch with you? What's your social?
I'm at PJ Morton on everything, at PJ Morton. The website is pjmorton.com. And
Yes, congratulations.
we are here. Thank
Looking
you,
forward
Beyonce. I
to
appreciate you.
And I'm looking forward to my pre-copy.
Yeah, it's right there in the car.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we will be back in Chicago August 23rd for the tour, for the Saturday night, Sunday morning tour. So we'll see you there, too.
Yeah, you certainly will. PJ Morton, thank you so much. We're V103.